Welcome to Our Two Cents. Today I am Jarus and Jon, and this is Jonathan Reese.
Jonathan Reese.
Yes, Jonathan Reese. What kind of last name is Reese? Where'd that come from?
The kind that is delicious with peanut butter in the middle.
Yes, and mine is just patriotic. American. Alright, today, I thought about what we need to do for an opening, so we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
For our opening.
Okay.
Our 2 cents has to do with change, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Alright. By listening to that, how much money was that?
What the heck?
How much money was that?
45 cents.
45 cents?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I didn't actually count it.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. Before we get into this proclamation of faith.
Yeah, so, we love Jesus. That's the best way to explain it. If we end up bringing in like a Christian godly view instead of a very worldly view, it's because that's how we think. That's what we believe. We believe that Jesus died to save us all from sin and death, and that he loves us, and that we have the opportunity to love him. So, naturally, we'll end up talking about it.
Yeah.
So, that's it.
Pretty much. Can I apologize for something?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really dumb idea. The opening game.
The money. It's okay.
Let's play a game with that. So
okay.
The audience heard it. I'm sure I dropped it right next to the mic. It's probably half of our audience just clicked out hearing that. They're like, I don't want that, don't like that. I'm done with this. I don't know how much that is. So in the comments below, how much money do you think that was?
And then we'll count it after tonight, and we'll look at your comments, and then whoever gets the closest, we'll
you know what?
Let's
reward them. Let's reward them.
Okay.
Get a shout out. If you have a YouTube channel, we'll shout out to that.
And if you have, let us know like what app store you're on, and we'll give you like a $5 gift card.
You want to give
like $5 credit.
$5 gift card to whatever app store.
Yeah, $5.
There we go. We'll give them $5 gift card to iTunes, the Android store.
Google Play.
No one uses Google Play.
I use Google Play.
Not anymore. John got a new phone.
Yeah, I got a new phone.
Yep. Proud of you.
Sadly.
One more thing before we get into topics. I want to talk about one other thing. Because
Okay.
we always last week after editing the video, I think we promised to talk about a movie. And I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
I don't even remember, but that's not my point. So I want to, instead of putting it off to the end because we forgot, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I think that our census, not census, that's stupid. Our
2 cents on it.
Our 2 cents on it is the exact same, pretty much.
Yeah. The movie couldn't decide whether or not it wanted to be a kid's movie or an adult movie.
Yeah, exactly. Because one minute they got the fart jokes out, super funny, super simple, and the next minute, Megan Fox is walking around showing off her body, and the camera is focused on her body, not even on her. And
it's not even like focusing on any of the situation, like how she addressed the situation that she was in and what she was trying to justify for being half naked. Well, she wasn't really half naked, but she was being sexual.
Yeah, she was being. It's not like it's skewed throughout the entire movie. But it's one specific spot where they make it clear.
Yes, and there was literally no point for it either.
Yeah, it was pointless being in there. But
also, there was a Transformers shout out in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
There was a part where there was a Transformer in the movie, but it's not like an actual Transformer. It was like a nod towards Transformers, which the two things have nothing to do with each other except that Michael Bay directed both of them.
Yeah. There's a lot of product placement in the movie.
Yeah. And also, not Tyler Perry is in it.
There's an argument that broke out about who the professor was, and I was like, it's Tyler Perry. And Jarus was firm on like, no, it wasn't. And I was like, yeah, it was. Tyler Perry was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Do you know real quick, do you know what the Ninja Turtles, what's the title of the Ninja Turtles in Europe?
No idea.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Huh.
And I guess they find the word mutant degrading.
No, because you said Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Sorry. Ninjas. They don't like ninjas.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That was really dumb.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Maybe because it could, like... I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. I just know that because I was working on the arcade machine. We're building an arcade machine.
Yeah!
I was working on the arcade machine, and I was looking at different games we could get, and one of them was the European version of Ninja Turtles, and it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Wow.
And I've heard that before. So
yeah.
Oh, and again, I know we're getting off topic on not even getting into the topics. Another thing I want to talk about, because I feel like we should have talked about this from the beginning, where we're at with Reegle shenanigans.
Okay. Yeah.
We did not give up on Reegle shenanigans.
No.
This is not an alternative. We are still making Reegle shenanigans. In fact, we just shot a video tonight. Like, we just got done 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. Yeah,
it'll be a pretty funny video. It's just a matter of... It's getting harder to get together and put these videos together.
Yeah, we want to do them right.
Yeah.
We don't... Like, seasons 1 and 2, we sat down and we said, what are we doing? We did it. And then we uploaded it the same day. We now want to do it to where we make videos, make them all, and then upload them so that it'll have a nice consistency.
Yeah.
And they're all good videos.
Yeah.
We have 4 videos done now, and we have a list of what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're doing really well right now.
Yeah.
And we don't really have a set date of when we want to get it done.
No. No,
not really. I would like this year somehow, but
yeah,
we got time.
We got time. The unfortunate thing is that this year I'm preparing for a baby, and that tends to be...
that's the deadline to finish, because once you have a baby, we're
going to have to figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
let's get on to topic.
Yeah, segue into the topics.
Okay.
So you want to talk about teens and social media addiction.
I don't want to talk about that because you want to talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about it.
I'm kidding. John set up the topics this week, and I just 10 minutes before starting recording, I read the articles.
Yeah.
We were walking into the room getting ready, and I'm like, so what are we gonna do for topics? He's like, check the lineup. I'm like, oh. When did you get this done?
This afternoon.
Oh, okay. So
yeah. I was cruising through, and it's hard because a lot of stuff that's, I mean, big things on news today are controversial. And, like, I like controversial topics to be able to talk, and have opposing views and talk it out and come to a conclusion together. But the topics are, like the election and what's going on, and then things of too extreme. Like, there's the two views are extreme views. Yes. And no one's budging on either side. And so if we were to talk about them, I feel like it would, it's pointless to get into them. Because then we'll present our view, and then someone with the extreme other view will come on and start shouting and saying maybe not the best things. And then it'll end up with just, like, negativity. And I don't want that. Like, let's talk about things that we could have different opinions on. But it's not so, like,
at the end of the day, whether one of us is right or wrong on it, it's not going to change who we are. That's why we kind of talk about silly things.
Yeah,
and we're not trying to start an argument. We're trying to entertain and just talk.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of our topics, they're based on studies that have been done. So it's like information that you get to take and process. Whereas a lot of topics that are front page news, there's not studies behind them. There's polls taken behind them, but at the end of the day, it's people like it because it's really edgy.
Yeah.
And I think that ours, it's not as edgy as that, but it's information. and it's interesting. You learn something new.
Right.
So, but I know let's get on to the topic
for once.
Yeah. So, first one we're going to talk about is it's teens and social media addiction. I did not realize this at all. I mean, like, now it makes sense that I read the article and I looked at the information they had, but it didn't click in my mind. But basically, and this is on the
Huffington Post.
Yeah, Huffington Post was where you can find the article, and it will be attached below.
In the description.
In the description.
So if you scroll down and you click description, it'll be there.
And underneath that, if I'm not mistaken, you can leave comments.
What?
I'm pretty sure that underneath the description of the video, there's a section where you can leave a comment about the podcast.
So you're saying that people can leave their feedback and their opinions and their thoughts or questions, and that's a way for them to communicate to us?
Yes.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yes.
So, alright. Anyways, but basically what they're talking about is, if you cannot notice, a lot of teens, I'm not saying that every single one of them.
Before I get into this, and I know the study says teens, but I feel like this kind of applies to everybody.
It can. It's just
it's more prominent in
and
teens.
Because it stands out more about teens because, and we'll get to that later on in the point and you'll understand why. But basically their addiction to social media or their phones, being on their phones all the time, mainly on social media apps such as
Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter, kind of more Snapchat, all these things. And why are they on those? Like, why are they on those so much? And it has to do with basically gratification. Like, it has to do with likes, is what they're saying. It's really attractive to teens to have likes on their pictures, on their statuses. When they see that, they like it, especially when it comes from peers.
Yeah. It's that instant gratification telling you that you putting this picture up was worth your effort.
Yeah. But everyone's like that. So yeah. Why would we...
I won't lie. I mean, it's like whenever it really applies to not necessarily Facebook for me, but for this. That when we work hard on a podcast, on a video, anything like that.
Yeah.
It feels like, that effort put into it was worth it.
Yeah. And so I like it. But for teens, according to a study, there's a portion in their brain that is not overdeveloped, but it's large. It's larger than it would be anywhere else in their life during adolescence.
You're saying that teenagers have big heads?
No, I'm saying a certain part in their brain is large. It grows up during adolescence and it shrinks back down when they reach adulthood. And that part is triggered by gratification.
Okay.
Or, like pleasure. And they get pleasure out of these likes, out of seeing people they enjoy seeing people like their stuff. And the whole idea that, I like how they worded it in Huffington Post. I'm probably going to paraphrase here, but the over-exaggerated response. Like their brain over-exaggerates it. Mm-hmm. And their response is that they really like it, and it's almost like they get a buzz from it.
Yeah.
And so the addiction comes from that, like they want that satisfaction. So they're on these apps, they're taking pictures, they're uploading things to try and get people to like it. And if they see, especially if it's their peers, people that they can relate to, and they get a bunch of likes, it's appealing, and they like it, and it's satisfying them. Mm-hmm. And so, it's almost... basically what they were saying is anything that you would get satisfaction from, will be the most satisfying during adolescence than any time in your life because of this part in your brain.
Say that one more time.
The most satisfaction you will get from anything that you find satisfying in your life, playing music, sports, dancing, social media, it will be the most satisfying in your life during adolescence because of that part of your brain that's grown.
Okay.
Because it over-exaggerates what your brain's telling you, what your brain's sensing.
Okay. Would that have anything to do and connect to nostalgia? In that sense, it almost because that exaggerated, most people feel that, certain parts when they were a kid, for me, I really enjoyed television from the 90s. And I go back now, and it's not that great of television. And the only reason why I enjoy it is because I enjoyed it when I was younger.
Well, and that depends, because it's that if you're a little kid, the television you watch was probably targeted to you as a child. But if you're, this is specifically people who are going through that process of...
I know they're not exactly related. It just seems almost like a small connection with nostalgia and the scientific study of that part of your brain and addiction.
Maybe. I honestly don't know. I just found it interesting that that's the reason that you'll always... That could be the reason you'll always see people on their phones, teenagers on their phones. Because not only is it satisfying to see those likes, it's fast.
Yeah.
In comparison to other things you'd have to do to get that gratification, it's at a moment.
Yeah.
Because it's all through...
whenever... I remember getting on Facebook whenever it first started.
Yeah.
And it would take us some time for a comment to go through or a like or... etc.
Yeah.
But now, you see it happen right in front of you.
Exactly.
It's you click it, somebody clicks it on their phone, likes it, you see it instantly on yours.
And you get a notification.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's instant.
So, I thought that was really interesting. But, to take it to another level of weird or extreme, we can go and you can see the virtual reality world ad or article on newsy.com.
Was that a segue, John?
That was a segue.
Well, before you segue, what do y'all feel about the social media and instant gratification through it?
Yeah, especially teenagers listening. I want to hear your response. What do you think? Do you think that you're addicted to your device, specifically your social media apps? Do you think you can agree with what was said, or do you think that it's not true at all for you?
You know what, John? I apologize. I apologize for ruining your perfect segue.
No, it's okay. I can do it again because, in all reality, we're going to talk about virtual reality. You like that? That's pretty good.
Not one bit.
Okay. Anyways, I watched the video. I didn't read the article because the article...
I read part of the article.
But
I got the idea from it. So.
The guy's talking about how there's basically a study out there that because of how fast technology has progressed in the last 40 years,
yes,
what are the possibilities of us actually being in a virtual reality right now?
So this man, Elon Musk, is claiming that there is a possibility that us as people are actually in a extremely high-tech virtual reality experience.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, but you also, they use the familiarity. They use the imagery for you to kind of understand it from the Matrix.
Yes.
We will always go back to the Matrix when it comes to virtual reality because the reality in that is they really think they're living.
Yes.
Because everything from the past has been logged, put into data form, and is shooting through their minds. Everyone's looking at the same thing in somewhere. It's a giant computer that everyone is tapped into.
Yeah. It's funny because virtual reality recently, in the past, 3 or 4 years, have really, just the idea of it has really taken off.
Yeah. And the guy was saying that it's gotten so good next year, we don't even know how good it's going to be, let alone 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Even that in media, like there's The Matrix, but that's a little bit older. But I recently just read the book Ready Player One, and that is about virtual reality.
Yeah.
Then there's Sword Art Online, which is an anime about virtual reality.
Okay.
And then just when virtual reality first popped up, it was the Oculus Rift. That was the big thing. And then just
but before that, there was virtual reality. Before that, it just wasn't good.
It wasn't even really virtual reality. It was just it's hard. They're hard to explain.
Yeah.
But Oculus got it right. But now that Oculus come out of nowhere, you have other companies coming up out of nowhere and just creating just as good experiences and products. They have the big two is the Oculus, and then the HTC Vive, which is being made by HTC but funded through Steam and Valve, the gaming company.
And Microsoft eventually one day will come out with
HoloLens. Yes, the HoloLens, which is more of a AR, artificial reality experience.
Yeah, tapping things into the reality you're in.
Yes, and then I forgot. Then the PlayStation has their PlayStation VR. It is PlayStation. I thought there was a special code name for it. PlayStation has their VR experience coming out soon.
Okay.
So all these experiences. So the Oculus is out now, the Vive is out now, and the PlayStation VR will be out this year. The HoloLens, I think they are still working on that.
Yeah, it's.
But the point, I'm getting a little off topic, but the point is it's just exploded.
Yeah, it's taken off, and
and to get a little bit back on topic, if we were to live, here's my point to it: if we are living in an actual virtual reality world, why would the creator of that virtual reality world, if we were prisoners or just in it, that experience, make us self-aware that virtual reality exists?
I think that in a way you mask by leaving it right out in the open. Because think about it, if we tap into virtual reality, but our minds are thinking we're in the real reality, and we're just going into a virtual reality, we're just digging deeper into what's already there.
Inception.
Yeah, pretty much a virtual reality inception. But at the same time, there's the evidence, like there's a study done, and basically there's a party that says, yes, it's possible that we're in a virtual reality right now, and then there's a party that says, it's not possible. So at the end of the day, it's like there's people out there that have evidence that they believe that it's potentially possible.
That we live in the Matrix.
That we live in a
not
virtual
literally
reality.
The Matrix, but
yeah, but we're in a virtual reality. They didn't set the standards of we're prisoners or whatever. It's just that we could actively be living in a virtual reality right now.
Right.
And then there are others who say, no, not at all.
So the only way we know this is real is if, like, out of nowhere, Elon Musk just, like, drops dead. And, like, so the creator's like, he knows, get rid of him.
But that's if it's an imprisoned environment. That's the thing is
why else
they didn't set the standard of we're trapped in here. It could have been willingly we didn't want to deal with whatever's going on out there, so we stepped in here.
I feel
and
like
we have forgotten about out there.
So I feel like if out there was garbage, that we wouldn't have been in it as long. Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting article. It's wacky, in my opinion. I don't think that we're in that right now we're.
No, I don't think so either.
It's too hard to do that because I mean, even like every single thing that we see as a story that they like to use as a virtual reality, someone gets out, and they break it. They break whether it's willingly or unwilling. The desire to live real life is in humanity, and I don't think that'll ever change.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
That's good. Leave your comments below, and let Jarus know how lame that was.
That was like the coolest thing ever.
No, that was actually really good. I'm impressed. I take back what I said about lamb.
That was the best, just quite statement. All right, so I wanted to get into this one. So, it is a bit of a long story in this situation. John and I were talking, and he asked me, do we really have to talk about the gorilla situation? And I said, we don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. This is a safe place. So anyways, he asked me, do we have to talk about the gorilla? Because the gorilla situation, if you don't know, the parent a kid fell into a gorilla pit, and the gorilla picked up the kid and dragged him off around the corner in the video. If you watch it, I might put it in the description. I will. Sorry, there's no mic. So the kid falls into a gorilla pit, and the gorilla gets a hold of the kid, and they shoot and kill the gorilla.
Everybody knows about
Everybody should know about this by this. Yeah. I'm summing it up.
No need to explain it.
And they're getting angry at people for shooting the gorilla. They're blaming whose fault is it? Is it the parents? Is it the kid's fault? Is it the zoo's fault? Yada, yada, yada. And I told John, I said, instead of talking about the gorilla, we can segue into that of bad parenting in general. With this little gem of a story where this man goes to pick up his grandson from school.
Daycare, right?
No, school.
Oh, school. Elementary school.
Elementary school.
Okay.
Picks up kid.
Said kid.
Gets home and realizes he picks up the wrong kid. Gets the kid, drives home. Then he doesn't realize it. His wife says, "This isn't the kid.
This isn't our grandson.
This isn't our grandson." And there's an interview audio of the man, and he's like, "I don't know. He looked the same." And my question is, who is at fault? Obviously, the grandfather's at fault, but so is the kid who isn't his grandson. So is the the teacher. It's because he goes to the classroom, gets the kid, goes to the front office, checks them out, and they leave. So there was so many opportunities for somebody to say or check and say that this isn't right.
Yeah, I can't get over the school system just that happening. I understand if days are busy, but having that from the classroom and the teacher to front desk checking out, I just can't get past it. And the fact that the kid willingly went with him.
Yeah, they said the teacher asked, "Is this your grandfather?" And the kid said, "Yeah." They left. My question is
where was the other kid?
Where's the grandson?
Yeah, where's the grandson? And why isn't he like, "No, that's my grandpa"?
My grandpa.
That's weird. I have nothing to say about that except that that's the stupidest thing I've heard. I mean, we could justify all day. Like the grandfather, he's old, older. It could.
Okay, well, here's my point to this: if the grandfather is that old and senile, why'd they send him to pick up the kid in the first place?
But I'm not saying that he's old and senile. I'm saying that sometimes really good grandparents, even though they're really good, they're really conscious, they're probably still working, contributing to society, they just sometimes blank. I mean, I am in my 20s, and sometimes I blank about little things.
Yeah.
So true. Maybe, the question is, how much time is he spending talking to said kid? And eye contact. Kid's down here, he's up here. Maybe it's like he grabbed the kid and he's not looking at him a whole lot. And little kids, there's not a huge difference in their voice.
True. And on the side of the kid, somebody says, "This is your grandpa." Okay. And then,
I'm not in a little kid's mind, but maybe old people they're not as easy to distinguish if you don't know them really well.
Yeah.
But that's going really far.
We're really pushing it on what ifs. The whole point is, but they did the right thing. Imagine that going back like, excuse me, Miss So-and-so teacher lady, I want to trade this in for another kid.
Oh my gosh.
I got the wrong kid. It's not in my size.
Like what? And my question is, when did the school find out? Did they find out when the kid who was taken?
What happened with his parents?
Yeah,
like, where's my kid?
Get there like
no, they screwed up and got the other grandkid.
Oh
and they
my
went.
Gosh, that would be the worst.
Just like an Olsen twins movie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my. So what do y'all think? Who's at fault? Everybody's at fault, I think.
Yeah, I think that there's multiple people to blame. All the people to blame.
So, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this one first. Let's just do it. Let's make our dreams come true.
So,
anything is possible. Hitchhiking across the nation is possible. This is Shia Watch 2016.
You want to take a stab at where Shia is?
Okay, where was he starting?
Okay, he started in like Nevada area.
Where was he last week?
Last week he was kind of more towards. It's hard because it's just the global map. It's not dividing the states, but I want to say he was kind of towards into getting. Hold on a second. Getting into the like Arkansas area ish. Yeah, we'll go somewhere in that area, moving towards the East Coast.
Okay.
Cut back and went all the way back to like New Mexico, Arizona area.
Dang it, you didn't give me a chance to guess where he was at.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh.
Went down closer, almost into Mexico, and then started heading back east. Where do you think he is right now?
So he's heading back east?
Yeah, from New Mexico area.
Okay, I think that...
Texas, New Mexico area.
Okay. I think that he hopped in another car and is heading back... I think that he's in Georgia now. I'm just saying that now.
Close. He's in Florida.
He's in Florida?
Yeah. Making his way down to...
So within a week he made it down to Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
But not just down to Florida from Arkansas area, back towards the West Coast and then back towards Florida.
Wow. So he's alive?
Yep.
He's still alive. Somebody was devoted to taking him to Florida.
I mean, and that's the thing is it's take me anywhere.
Yeah.
So this no telling how many people he's ridden with right now. It's just wherever they're going, he's riding with them. Whoever picks him up. Like that. That's what's happening. So,
well,
that was fun. I thought that was funny. That he made it all the way to Florida.
He's traveled a lot at this point.
Yeah, he's
we can just geocache him at this point.
Yeah, pretty much geocache different places they stop. Okay, so it's my turn to ask Jarus the question this week.
If you are new to the podcast, each week we ask each other a question that the other person has to answer. Last week was the first time we did this. I asked Jon a question, and if you want to know more about that, you should listen to podcast episode 2. And this week Jon is asking me a question, and I forgot about it until just now that you're asking a question, so I'm a little nervous of whatever it is. I'm going to give a terrible answer.
It's not too bad. Okay. You are stuck.
I'm stuck.
In a game. Like, you are in the game. Okay?
Is this back to VR?
Yeah, pretty much. You're in the game, like something happened, you get digitalized in it. You're in it. Okay? You're the main character, whatever. You're stuck in there. No matter how many times you have to play through the campaign, get up to legendary, whatever, yada, yada, yada. You keep on going and going and going. You're stuck in the game for life. What game would you want to be stuck in?
What game would I want to be stuck in for life? Oh, man. Oh. I'm sorry. I've got to say it. I know you're tired of me talking about it. We were just talking about it Friday at Waffle House. My favorite video game of all time is Kingdom Hearts.
Which one?
I would want to be stuck in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
That is the best Kingdom Hearts game out right now. and just being able to experience that again. That's one of my favorite games, childhood. It's just be able to experience that in person.
Yeah.
If I had the choice to be stuck in a game for life, who wouldn't me want us to be stuck in a Disney world?
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be at all.
No. But, like, you know, it could take an extreme. Maybe it's not a free roaming world. Like, it's not a, you know...
It's stuck in Mario and I got to go left and right for life.
Yeah, but, I mean, when the player turns it off, you can do whatever. It's not like...
I see.
Whenever it turns on and you are being played, you're going through it.
Okay.
You're stuck in that game.
See, Kingdom Hearts is a very childish game. Mm-hmm. On the other end of the spectrum, one of my other favorite game series is Dead Space.
Okay.
Which is you're stuck on a spaceship. It's a horror game, and there's aliens after you. I enjoy playing that game, but I would hate to have to experience that. Oh my gosh.
That would not be good.
So kind of talking about games, let's do a little bit of a segue. What was I going to say? I had in my head what we were going to talk about. There was something else.
About our new channel?
So, future things, a few new video announcements of sorts.
Yeah.
Besides this channel, Reegle, we never really talked about what we want to do, what we're doing. We're going to do more than just a podcast on this channel.
Yeah.
This is kind of like our, I guess, hub channel.
Mm-hmm. Kind
of situation.
Officially now,
this is hub. That like this will branch off to everything else we want to do. This is kind of like a news channel, podcast, little extra stuff that doesn't really know where to fit. And we are going to upload a video probably this week. Reegle IRL, Reegle in real life, and it's going to be just whatever we feel like filming, but it's real life situations. And we filmed Fridays, and I'm not gonna give away what it is, but I got super sick from it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst. So be looking out for that. And another thing is talking about the games. We don't know when it's going to happen, but I feel like we can go ahead and announce it.
Yeah.
That if you look at our logo, there's different colors in the different shapes. There's a blue there for Regal Shenanigans. We have three other different colors. We don't know what all those colors are going to represent, but we can announce now that the orange is going to represent a gaming channel.
Yeah.
We're still working on it, but we're going to start doing games.
Yep.
So, Regal Games.
It'll be fun. It will be fun.
Yes, it will be.
But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So, our only comment from last week's video is from Chase Horner. Thanks for the feedback, Chase. And he's actually bringing up about the Olympics, and he was saying that I was biased towards moving the Olympics out of South America, out of Brazil, because my wife's pregnant. And I agree, yeah. I think that my bias is there because I have a pregnant wife. 100%. It would be hard for me to, allow pregnancy to go down to Zika virus and then allow the potential Zika virus coming out of Brazil to the rest of the world. And so, his focus was more on the time, effort, and resources or money that go into the Olympics. It would be next to impossible to just move it to another country.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty fair. And I think I understood that, but I was more approaching it with morality. You know what I mean? Is it I guess it's almost a question. It's not I think that this should happen, but the question is, do you think that it would be moral to allow the Olympics to continue when the potential of just skyrocketing, shooting the Zika virus to the rest of the world and causing a lot of damage to pregnant women all over the world? Because, people from all over the world are going there.
Yeah. And
they can get it, and it can piggyback into other parts of the world, or the mosquitoes can transfer. I don't know how it would work. Obviously, it would be a long shot. But because of people traveling to South America and then coming back to America, that's how Zika has gotten into the United States.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my bias was there, and I think that I was approaching it more with morality than practical. And it was more of a question than a statement. You know, maybe it came across as a statement though.
So, you said there was only one comment. We actually had one other comment.
Oh, really?
But you're on YouTube. This one was on Facebook.
Ah, okay.
On our Facebook page. This actually is from my mother.
Hey!
Last week, again, about the Olympics, I believe I made a statement saying that I was at the 1996 Olympics, and I was there when the bomb went off.
Yeah.
And that I believe I said I was 6. She corrected me in saying that I was 5 in the 96 Olympics. I should know that when my birthday is. And the bombs went off the night before we went.
Okay.
And there was a scare when we were there at Underground Atlanta, and we had to evacuate. We later attended a baseball game afterwards. So I do kind of remember that baseball game, funny enough. But my true question to this situation is, if a bomb went off, Mother, at the Olympics, why would we go to the Olympics the next day?
Hey, I mean,
I don't know.
This was back in the day when America had no fears, and we didn't allow bombs going off to stop us.
You know what? I have the best way to end the episode this week.
Let's save it, because I just have a few announcements.
Oh, okay.
Remember to go back, if you forgot by now, go back, listen to the Change Drop, put in your guess below.
Hey, I can do it again. Let's do it.
No. Just leave it as it is, because it could be different. It could drop differently.
Oh, you're sure, right?
Whatever it was, whatever you think it is, leave your comment below what you think it is. The prize is a $5 credit gift to whatever online store you use.
Whether it be iTunes, Google Play,
Microsoft
phone store, the Android store.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, that is Google. Android is Google. Right?
Yeah.
I don't entirely know. But whatever you request, we will try our best to get it to you, which it will be a code, more than likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just comment how much you change, comment your
thoughts on the different topics.
And just, we're now accepting fan art and fan submissions.
And keep up with Shia LaBeouf. You can follow him on Twitter. Just, hashtag take me anywhere. It's kind of funny to see.
Alright, so, like you said, America is a proud nation.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to end it like this. USA, 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 USA. That was our 2 cents. Bye.